Hi, this is Katie with Homeschool Chat. Today, I'm going to talk about what you need before the first day of school. So we'll just get right into it, okay? Number one, a printer or a printer copy machine combo. Now, a printer copy machine is very helpful when homeschooling. You don't have to have one, especially in the beginning if you've got elementary school age children, but it really makes life easier. So you'll find that you use it for a variety of things, for printing instructions for students, for printing a page to color, for copying a math practice sheet. And I know that for elementary school, I used it for lessons that my child needed to work more on. So like, let's say your child is working on their ABCs, but Z is really hard for your child. Well, then I would make an extra copy of the page so that my child could do 2 pages of Z until, you're comfortable with how their, I guess you'd say, development or progress is. So a printer or copy machine, that's number one. Number two, you need a plan. So you're the teacher. You get to make the plans. Have a plan for the year. And everybody's different. Some teacher may, or parent may have their plan in their head, and someone else may have very specific, detailed plan for the whole year and breaking it down into months or weeks or whatever. But have a plan. So here's what you need for your plan for the year. You want to know what you want to teach. So basically your idea for the year. Okay, so I really want to teach this math course, and we're going to do this spelling. We're going to do, specific ideas, but what you want to do. And then you have what you definitely will teach. So with me, I had extra classes, and I did fun classes. You can, let's see, let me think about this for a second here. You have your plan, but then you know what is required. So you have math. For younger kids, you would have math and spelling and English or language arts and science and social studies, and usually PE. So you take I definitely am going to touch on those and have a plan for that. So then, in addition to all of that, in case your students get done before the end of the school year, you need to have a plan of extra stuff that you could teach, that you want to teach, that's kind of fun. And I've had this happen to me before. So this is a real thing. Just have a plan in case in case they finish their courses quickly. So remember, the first day of school, you should have obtained all your curriculum that you're using for that first week of school. Also, plan that first week of school in a bit of detail. So that's called lesson planning. So get used to that. Sorry. Okay, so we'll talk more about that in a later show. Number three, extra supplies. You may need extra supplies for a specific curriculum, and I'll give you some examples. So they could be kind of basic, like, you're going to need a scientific calculator, you're going to need a protractor, you're going to need a compass, you're going to need a prism, and you can also do something for specific curriculum, like I'm going to need puppets and a puppet stage, I'm going to need poster tables to fill in, that either I fill in or the student fills in or we both fill in, for a calendar that you use for school or school only, and prizes for good work, all of that stuff, those are extra supplies. So have that on the first day of school. Number 4, you need to have an idea of how your time is going to work. So here are some of the questions that you need to ask yourself. And there's quite a list, but just think about it because it helps you to develop what you're going to need for your schedule, for your house, how your house works, how your students work. Okay? So your schedule. Here's some questions. How many hours will your student be in school? How many interruptions are likely to happen during a class period? Do you want to do class periods? How is your style of teaching, right? How long should lunch break be? Are you going to have other breaks other than lunch? What time of day do you want to start? If you're not a morning person, you're the boss. Don't start in the morning. Or have your students start doing something that they like to do before you come around. So you're the boss. What time of day do you want to start? When do you want to end the school day? Are you going to assign homework, or will you just be done with school at a certain time? And this is kind of important. When are you going to correct papers? Because if your child is in school for 6 hours a day, and then you are correcting papers for 4 kids, then your day is longer than 6 hours. And if you're also planning meals, then you're doing that as well. If you're also doing chores around the house, you're doing that as well. If you're going to go grocery shopping or run errands or pay bills, you're doing that as well. So think about that. These questions will help you develop a weekly schedule that will work for you. Don't be afraid of changing your schedule if it doesn't work for you. It's all about, I guess, finding your niche. So number 5, don't forget regular school supplies. So, pencils, paper, peaches, that kind of thing. And those things are they can be really fun for kids because, of course, your child you can go buy those supplies for your child, but also your child can pick things personally and it can have a personal touch for each one of your students. You know what I mean? Anyway, one more thing. If you're looking for a curriculum, this is before the first day of school, and you're looking at it and it's boring to you, don't use it. If it's boring to you, it's going to be boring to your students. So, well, that's all I have for today. Thank you for joining me at Homeschool Chat. I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.